Right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're breaking down all of our Shastrum's incredible 30-minute full-body dumbbell workout. But look, let me be crystal clear right out of the gate. We're not just talking about another standard, run-of-the-mill exercise routine today. No way. We're about to turn a simple home workout into a total masterclass in physical discipline. This is a highly structured sequence designed to push your limits, demand your absolute focus, and completely reshape what you thought was possible to achieve in just half an hour. It's truly a transformation in motion.
So let's dive right into this. Can 30 minutes at home truly transform your body and your mind? Well, when you start looking at the mechanics of this routine, you realize very quickly that this isn't just casual light fitness. It's a highly strategic, full-body mission. Every single movement is meticulously chosen to build momentum, ignite deep muscle fibers, and forge lasting mental resilience.
30 minutes. That's it. That is the strict time constraint of this challenge, and it honestly removes every single excuse. There's no commuting to a gym, no waiting around for machines to open up. It's just you and the clock, going head-to-head in a high-intensity battle against your own fatigue.
2 dumbbells. The sheer accessibility of this is absolutely brilliant. You don't need a sprawling, expensive home gym setup. You literally just need a pair of light to moderate weights, some solid energy, and a small space to move. The focus here is placed entirely on your effort, not your equipment.
One transformation. And as we progress through this explainer, you're going to see exactly how the intensity deliberately and continuously escalates. This is all about building a cinematic, unstoppable momentum. You might start out cold, but by the end of these 30 minutes, you're going to be a completely different machine. So let's look at exactly how we get there.
Section 1, Mindset, Transformation in Motion.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tactical blueprint of our 30-minute journey. Just look at how perfectly segmented this whole thing is. To truly conquer this workout, you can't just stumble into it half awake, right? We have our dynamic warm-up taking up the first 3 minutes, sweeping arm circles, deep side bends, and lower back twists. Think of it as a crucial physical and mental primer. Then, boom, we launch into 12 grueling minutes of heavy standing lifts. At the 15-minute mark, right when your body is begging for a break, we drop to the mat for intense core work. And finally, minutes 27 to 30 are dedicated to a purposeful cooldown. You know exactly what's coming, which means you can pace your intensity perfectly.
Phase 1, the primer.
Okay, we're transitioning into the first working sets right now, and the energy needs to spike. This phase is entirely about setting the foundation for perfect form and deep muscle engagement. Here we've got the sumo squat to hammer curl. I want you to visualize this with me. Step out wide, point those toes outward. You're going to squat deeply with the dumbbells tracking right between your legs. Now, Oliver's absolutely crucial cue here is to keep that chest up. Do not let the weight collapse you forward. As you drive up to stand, you aggressively engage the glutes and hamstrings, and then immediately flow into a tight hammer curl for the biceps. It is a powerful, full chain movement right from the jump.
Now, what's really interesting about the mechanics of the back row here is how it perfectly shows our main priority, true strength and control over frantic speed. You hinge at the hips, push the butt back, and keep that back perfectly straight, like a table. When you pull the dumbbells up, you squeeze those back muscles with pure intention. And then, and guys, this is the secret, you lower them slowly. You control the descent. This is not breathless cardio. This is precision strength building.
Phase 2, Power and Strength.
So, we're warm, we're primed, and the heart rate is seriously climbing as we take on the heavier, compound movements that demand maximum oxygen and absolute physical focus. Next up is the deadlift paired with a squat. This is a complex, multi-joint powerhouse of a movement. You stand shoulder-width apart, hinge for a deadlift with just a slight bend in the knees, and then seamlessly pull the dumbbells to your sides and drop straight into a narrow squat. The game-changing advice from Oliver here, you don't need to go all the way down to the floor on the deadlift. Good form is the ultimate goal here. You want to prioritize a flat back and a deep hamstring stretch over just trying to tap the floor. Then we immediately ignite the shoulders and arms burnout. For the overhead tricep extension, you drop the dumbbell to a strict 90-degree angle, keep those elbows pinned close together, and squeeze forcefully to the top. From there, we move to the static side lunge with a lateral raise. Pay close attention to this detail. As you raise the dumbbell, you want to lead with your pinky finger. That tiny little rotation isolates the shoulder perfectly. Finally, the curl to press, locking those elbows tight to your ribs during the curl and then driving the weights overhead. Let me tell you, the burn through your upper body here is absolutely relentless.
Phase 3, Core Burnout.
All right, so just as your arms begin to feel like absolute lead,
we drop down to the mat. Now, it might feel like a welcome break at first because, hey, you aren't standing anymore, but let me tell you, this is where the real mental battle begins. Fatigue is heavily setting in. Our floor core sequence kicks off with brutal leg raises. The dumbbells are extended overhead, your legs are perfectly straight, but here is the absolute non-negotiable rule for this movement. You have to keep your lower back glued firmly to the mat. If your back arches up, you've completely lost the core engagement. Gluing it down protects your spine and maximizes that abdominal burn. We follow that instantly with a glute bridge paired with a chest press, holding the hips elevated and rock solid while pressing those heavy weights above your chest.
So the crucial point here is knowing exactly how to scale your intensity, especially when we hit the side planks. You've got options. You can take the standard route, a high plank on your hand, body perfectly straight, obliques absolutely screaming. Or you can take the modified route and drop one knee down. Listen, modifying is not failing. Modifying is incredibly smart as long as you maintain that deep oblique squeeze and just keep fighting through the time block.
The final push. The energy in this explainer is at its absolute peak right now. You've been working under heavy tension for over 20 minutes, and we have reached the climax of our transformational journey. This is the exact moment where you decide what you're truly made of. I just love this quote from Oliver right as this phase begins. He says, "To be honest, I freaking hate these ones." It's such a fantastic, relatable moment of honesty, because even elite fitness creators, guys who literally do this every single day for a living, completely dread what is coming next. It really reminds us that the physical struggle is universal.
Yeah, what he's talking about are the infamous renegade rows. You're locked in a high plank, your hands tightly gripping the dumbbells on the floor. You row one weight up slowly, then the other. And the severe core demand here comes directly from Oliver's specific instruction. Keep your hips aimed squarely at the mat. Do not twist your body to pull the weight up. And hey, if your form breaks, you simply modify. Drop to your knees, bring the dumbbells slightly forward, and maintain that intense anti-rotational control.
From there, no breaks, we launch right into push-ups with a climber. Start in a strong, rigid high plank. Execute a deep push-up. As you rise, you forcefully drive one knee inward, aggressively squeezing the abs. It's this powerful, rhythmic movement that demands literally everything you have left in the tank. You pair this with reverse lunges, stepping wide for balance, and throwing in a bicep curl on the way up. The sweat is pouring, the breathing is heavy. You simply have to keep moving.
Right in the middle of this chaos, Oliver delivers a line that really anchors this entire explainer. He says, "If you at any time feel like you need to give up, I don't give up." Hear that conviction. This isn't just about building muscle anymore. It's a profound challenge of being mentally unstoppable. When your body says stop, your mind steps in and says, "No, we are finishing this."
Finally, the unstoppable cooldown.
Listen, because you didn't give up, you've absolutely earned this victory lap. The heart rate starts to fall, the breathing finally deepens. Let's move into our recovery and see how this builds into that final physical relief. We're mastering recovery here. You pull your knees to your chest for knee hugs, breathing deep. You extend into a hamstring stretch, twisting the foot just slightly to catch a deeper stretch down into the calf. You transition to a seated butterfly stretch to open up the groin. And finally, a deep glute stretch, crossing one leg over, hugging the knee tight, and looking confidently over your shoulder. Every single stretch here finalizes the physical transformation you just put your body through.
You stepped up, you committed, you've built the muscle and the iron discipline over the last 30 minutes. You are undeniably stronger now than when we started this explainer. The real question isn't how hard it was. The question is, what will you conquer next?